and welcome to this edition of The Current Reports, our weekly roundup of what's happening in the world of digital media. I'm Ilyse Liffreing, filling in for Damian Fowler. Video games have come a long way since the days of Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. At least those are the ones I used to play on Nintendo 64 back in the day. It's not news to anybody to say that these days, gaming is bigger than ever. With more than half of the American population into gaming, whether online, on mobile, or on game consoles, it's clearly a channel with a lot of upside for marketers looking to capture the gamer's laser-like attention. And recently there are signs that game companies are looking to build incremental revenue from advertising streams to do just that. A case in point is Gameloft, a mobile games developer, which just teamed up with in-game ad company Anzu to bring ads to its mobile game Gangstar Vegas, offering advertisers real estate in the digital city. For marketers, the digital games clearly have potential. But it's also tricky, because not all digital game inventory is accessible via the open internet. Some are closed platforms or walled gardens. But clearly, partnerships like Gameloft with Anzu shows that some companies are keen to open up to advertisers. Joining me now to talk about this is our reporter, Travis Clark. Hi, Travis.
Hey, Ilyse. Happy to be here.
Now, Travis, I know you're an avid gamer yourself. Why is gaming such a big opportunity for advertisers on the open internet?
Yeah, it's a huge and growing market. Omdia, a research firm, projects that the gaming space will take in $71 billion in ad revenue this year. That's up from $67 billion last year. That's globally. Some of the gaming space is still within these walled gardens, like you said, for advertisers, where they lack control over decisioning, budgeting, other factors. But there are emerging channels through which, game publishers can open up their advertising ecosystems. You mentioned these ad companies like Anzu. They allow game publishers to work towards maximizing their ad revenue, and they give advertisers control over their campaigns. So there's a lot of opportunity there.
What would you say are some specific examples of steps the gaming space is taking toward stepping outside walled gardens?
Yeah, I mean, the first example that comes to mind is that Roblox, which is a platform where users can create their own games, and it's considered a walled garden. They recently launched an immersive advertising format, which it said is a potential way for game developers on the platform to earn incremental revenue. And the Anzu CEO, who I spoke to, he told me that is a big step forward in the right direction for opening up Roblox's advertising ecosystem. And then there's live game streaming services, of which the biggest platforms are, Twitch, YouTube. Those are walled gardens, but there are also smaller alternatives starting to emerge, like Kick or D Live, and we'll have to see where that space goes and if it opens up a little more.
Definitely. What would you say the future of video game advertising on the open internet potentially looks like?
Yeah, there are some channels that are too early to know what they'll be like because they don't have ads, such as subscription gaming platforms like Xbox Game Pass, that offers subscribers both library and some new games. There's no way of knowing whether that would ever introduce ads, but one reason it potentially would is to offset the costs of making games. Think of video streaming services like Netflix. It's kind of in that realm. But at any rate, the platforms and game publishers that lean into supporting an omni-channel advertising campaign, where they use the similar identifiers across CTV, gaming, etc. If they open up their advertising ecosystems to give advertisers more control, those are the companies that could lead the future of gaming on the open internet.
Thank you, Travis.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Next, an innovation in China is taking flight: drone advertising. Think of it as an upgrade to digital out-of-home billboards. Shades of Blade Runner, perhaps. Hyundai and Bulgari are among the brands that have already launched drone ads in Shanghai. And it's taking off in other places too, like Dubai, America, and Australia. To read the full story, head to thecurrent.com. Next, here's our weekly roundup of what's making news across the internet. Warner Brothers Discovery is now reporting and expects the financial fallout of the Hollywood strikes to push through the end of the year. The company filed in a securities report that it's targeting $10.5 billion in earnings for 2023. That's down $500 million from guidance issued in August. WBD is saying the cause of the dropped expectations comes mostly from the strikes. The Wall Street Journal reports that if the deals aren't reached soon, next year's television season plus many big movies could be delayed or scrapped altogether. And that's it for this edition of The Current Report. For a deeper dive on all of these stories and more, check out thecurrent.com. We'll see you soon.